Once upon a time, long, long ago, in a far, far away land, not much unlike the land we live in, there were two kingdoms, a large and powerful kingdom in the north, and a small but proud kingdom in the south. The two kingdoms had been at war for so long that no living soul could remember how the war started or why. 20 generations of children had been born into war. 20 generations of children had never known peace. Until one day, on a sad and mournful, tear-stained battlefield, the kingdom in the south was forced to surrender to the kingdom in the north. And though the war was over, there was little to celebrate. For a time, the two kingdoms were forced to live together as conqueror and conquered. One day, on the anniversary of the end of the war, a young boy from the south started his journey across the sad, mournful, blood-stained battlefield. Memories of the past tugged at his clothes like ghosts holding him back. The sorrows of 1,000 battles wrapped around his feet like thorny vines, slowing his steps. And the tears for all his loss, and the loss of the entire kingdom, blurred his eyes like dusty winds. But the brave boy pushed on until he came to the end of the battlefield and found a quiet place amongst the rubble to sit. The boy sat for a second in the rubble of the old courtyard and began his story. Once upon a time, long, long ago, in a land far, far away, not much like the land that we live in today, the story started. And just as the boy began his story, the captain of the guard passed by, with prisoners in heavy black chain that he was taking to the fields to work for the kingdom in the north. The guardsman saw the boy and recognized him as a young man from the south. The prisoners in heavy black chains knew the boy and recognized him from villages in the south. The guardsman asked, "Should we arrest this boy and put him in heavy black chains and take him to the fields to work for us?" The captain of the guard said, "No, we can arrest him tomorrow. Today we will listen to his story." The captain of the guard, the guardsmen, and the prisoners in heavy black chains found places to sit and sat in the quiet place in the rubble to listen to the boy's story. The audience sat in silent awe as the boy's story ended. Just as the story ended, the captain of the guard rushed towards the boy. "That was a wonderful story. Will you come again tomorrow just as the sun is about to set to tell your story again?" And without saying a word, the boy took a small loaf of bread from his pocket. He broke off a piece and ate it, and gave the rest to the captain of the guard. Then he turned to continue his trip across the sad battlefield.